that said, we're here. We got this transmission going. There were so many. Oh, come on. Don't do this. There were so many this. I'm gonna get to y'all on this, but first I want to make sure that this live is living and that the orientation, I don't know what it is, man. They've been really liking to mess with your boy on these lives lately, yo. Um, Removed by the uploader. Come on, refresh, baby. Refresh. Let me see. We live? We live right now? What's going on? Why are they doing this, yo? Forgive me, y'all. I might have to do a timestamp and see. Okay. Oh, they're giving me this other orientation. Whatever. We're twisted. They on the BS. They on the BS. Okay. All right. We got it. We're gonna just rock with it. So, if you're here live with your boy, say what's up in the chat. This is something where I'm super excited to get to it. So, like I said, you know, in my dream, we're talking Scorpio Full Moon, right? It wasn't just my dreams, but it was in the waking world. It was in the real world, and it's really ironic where, I mean, windows, curtains bashing against the glass, paintings dropping, you know, art that I've created, mystical arts, dragons falling off of their wall placements. You know, my cat. I had a cat visit me in the real world. Hopped over the balcony, came to visit in the real world, and then jumped over the wall. Right, the symbolisms was so crazy. And magnets from Bali, and it's like, look, like so much stuff is dying. There's so much mystical and spiritual brilliance that's happening right now during this full moon in Scorpio. The veil is super duper 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 thin. Okay, and it's so thin that it's like there's this spiritual technology right now that's coming online. Okay, there is this mysterious and mystical brilliance that's coming online. Our entire system is rewriting itself. Our nervous system, being the fact that Uranus is involved in Taurus, and which is our physical body and the worth that we have, it is going stupid. I'm like, hit the thumbs up and likes button early. I got something coming in for y'all so hot. In the beginning, I didn't know why on the Scorpio full moon. I didn't feel it. I was like, man, I'm not doing this video. Okay, 2 days later, 2 days into the full moon, I'm not doing it. And then the dreams happen. And then the walks. I was dream walking in the waking world. And in this message, forgive me for being so all over the place, because it's what Uranus is bringing. Like, there's this message coming through my body for you, where as our spiritual technology comes online, I've been asked to offer a 3-day free webinar. Okay, what are you teaching about here today? Yoga? No, I'm gonna tell y'all. Today we're teaching about your ClairSentience. Today we're teaching your abilities in the psychic realms, your ability to dream walk, your ability to dive into the Akashic records. Today we're teaching these themes. Today we're teaching how to look at moodiness in a new way, where it's like it's unlocking your empathetic abilities, right? Today we're teaching how things shaking and falling in your life, things splattering, I'm making pancake batter, and I mean it's splattering all over the house. We're talking about the mystical and the deep occult symbolisms of these moments. As you hit the thumbs up and likes button, get this video out there. So understand that, for this full moon in Scorpio, it is opposite Uranus, and it's like directly opposite Uranus. It's opposite the sun as well, right? And so this is about consciously reclaiming your power so that you can receive the codes. Uranus is what delivers the codes. And I've been doing a lot of meditation, a lot of breath work, and it's been really purifying and opening the crown, allowing my ego to get out of the way, allowing my pride to get out of the way and do what I'm here to do. I don't know, something about you makes you sound like you're from Detroit. I don't know, I'm from the East Coast, baby. So I'm from the East Coast, but I've been all over the world. We all over the world. So I am offering this 3-day free shamanic webinar, specifically to help you learn how to alchemize. Okay, this is the magic. We're learning how to alchemize your lucid dreams, energetic alterations, lucid walking, inheriting your shamanic gifts, your abilities. Right now, Uranus is in that rewiring of our nervous system, allowing us to learn when to be calm and when to actually dive into the chaos. When do we allow these shakes and these in our reality to play a role, to step in truly magnificent? Hit the thumbs up and the likes button, and do help this video get out here. So do check it out. It's a free webinar. It's in my bio. It's in my link, and we're gonna get into it. So just to help you understand, before we get deeper into this full moon of Scorpio, understand we're on day one. We're gonna be looking at the shamanic inheritance that you're going through, and again, it's free to join. So look at that. How to activate your soul memories. Okay, beyond your soul memories, like they're linked and they're sitting deep in your bones right now. And this is a part of Saturn in Pisces. Okay, so Saturn in Pisces. Thank you for that thumbs up. North Dakota, what's up? Saturn in Pisces is having a trine to the full moon in Scorpio, and let me check my notes and see what's happening. What are these aspects? Okay, so with the moon in Scorpio, we're opposite the sun and Uranus in Taurus. All right, like I said, there's something in your bones that's literally shaking. It's awakening right now. So in order for that to happen, you really want to eat, and you want to take more naps, quite frankly, and you want to eat a little bit heavier right now, because it's going to help you to ground tremendously erratic frequencies. Okay, it's going to help you a lot. Hit the thumbs up. Now next, this full moon in Scorpio is about something that you have been afraid to hold as for your gifts, something you have been afraid to inherit. And the thing is, like, at a soul level, you've already inherited this thing, this ability, whether again, clear cognizance, ClairSentience is the main one that I'm feeling, being able to sense energies that you cannot see, that you cannot touch, and being able to actually interact with them, being able to gain gifts from them. There were many animal spirits in the dreams world last night as I was walking. Many animal spirits that are helping us to actually cleanse our lineage, cleanse our nervous system. And so a lot of time when you know this, when you're in a dream, is if you're ever urinating in a dream, or if you're defecating, what are you doing? You're excreting what is toxic, what is poisonous, what is full of bacteria, full of things erratically shaking your nervous system in a way that is debilitating you, not allowing you to actually adopt and understand what is your baseline, what is your homeostatic nerve, mind, heart, and soul. What is the homeostatic, meaning like your literal baseline energetic expression? How do you embrace peace in your life among the chaos? Okay, so this full moon in Scorpio is unlocking gifts among everything we said. So the thing is, Uranus does bring this lightning shock, this sudden remembering. Like I said, I'm starting to stabilize the message right now. This sudden remembering, the full moon in Scorpio is reminding us that what cannot be seen, what we are truly afraid of, what pains us in the waking life or in the dream state, is the map. It is the telephone call from your ancestors, from your animal guides, from your angels. And it's saying, hey, this is the moment that your karmic gifts are unlocked. This is the moment that karmic contracts are being activated. Okay, so really dive into who has been really significant in your life right now. As you hit the thumbs up and the likes button, help this video get out there. Who has been significantly in your life? Somebody you've been interplaying with, who has caused you pain. Now this may actually literally be a lover where they didn't cause you pain directly, but they've been here with you through a painful experience, helping you walk through some of the difficulties, some of the mud that you feel like at one point was quicksand. And it's allowing us and trying to get us to become more intimate with our stories that we've told ourselves, that has debilitated us, that's made us feel powerless, that has taken us from a sense of calmness, safety, security, Taurus, and put us in a place of chaos, feeling erratic, mind racing, creating diseases based off of worry and anxiety about what you cannot control anyways, gaining assets, money, and being afraid to lose it. To the point where it's like you're debilitating yourself. You're putting yourself in this powerless narrative. Hit that thumbs up and likes button. Okay, so let's talk about 4 major abilities being unlocked during this time. And I made some mentions about them. But number 1, we're looking at The moon in Scorpio, okay, trine Saturn in Pisces and the North Node in Pisces. Okay, so you ready for this? This gift is called shadow tracking. Okay, shadow tracking and clairsentience are going to be linked in this. One of the gifts out of 4 that I have for you. So stay tuned, and we're going to help you again hone these gifts in a 3-day shamanic alchemy webinar. Okay, so it's unlocking the gift to feel what others oppress and being able to name it. So this is a part of the ability to track the shadow behavior, the shadow traits, the shadow reactions. Scorpio is a very reactive energy. Like crime happens, it reacts in the moment, right? If gunshots go off, you react a certain way. If a bomb goes off, you react a certain way, right? If someone gets stabbed in a crowd, you react a certain way. So Scorpio represents that underworld, right? And it's like the full moon in Scorpio is saying, look, you're now starting to be able to feel what other people are suppressing. So they may be suppressing anger. They may be suppressing rage. They may be suppressing grief. They may be suppressing this feeling of feeling violated in some capacity, which Scorpio go through is a lot of time. And with the trine happening to this Pisces energy, you're becoming a guide to help them see through what they are suppressing. And you're able to understand these unconscious abilities that's forming in another person, and you're able to help them walk through it. So this is a part of being able to track the shadow which cannot be seen, aka what is being suppressed, what is something painful within another person, and you're able to walk them through it. Now, the beauty of Scorpio is when you walk them through it, guess what happens for you? You evolve, you transform, you reach your own personal brilliance. This is Scorpio helping someone through something very thick, very difficult, very complex, very misunderstood. And when you help them through that, by hitting that thumbs up and the likes button, you then come join our 3-day free workshop, the Shamanic webinar, where I'm going to help you alchemize a lot of these abilities. So now let's get to the second gift. The second gift, all right, and let me know what gift you've been experiencing as well. The second gift is psychic ancestral vision. And so it's like, okay, a lot of this was happening in my dreams last night, but what is this? This is the fact that Pluto is in Aquarius. So Pluto is the higher octave of Scorpio, right? So Mars, the low octave of Scorpio, Pluto is the higher octave of Scorpio. So what's happening with Pluto in Aquarius? Now you're being encoded with the ability to be an energy seer of what is to come. So your ancestors from the future, not from the past, your ancestors from the future. Understand when you do things like Akashic record readings. This is something I've started to offer actually. When you start doing Akashic record readings, you don't just always go heal your past lineage and past stories. You can not just be only in the present, but you can take your future ancestry and the lineage. If you're going to, in the future, be a part of a lineage of royal kings, guess what? You have their wealth as well. Financially, social wealth as well. And you can take that gift and bring it into the present now. So in your dream, what's happening during Scorpio Full Moon, some of us will be unlocking this psychic ancestral vision of the future with Pluto and Aquarius. Okay, this might be dreams of past lives, but I'm telling you, it's more about you inventing your future existence. You are going to, oh, that's the door opening right there. You're inventing your future existence. So let's get to the third one. Before I do, I want to remind you, there's a free 3-day Shamanic Alchemy webinar. I'm going to be going through that May 23rd, 24th, 25th. Okay, so let's get to your third gift. Now, this is something called the Alchemist tongue. Okay, so literally me doing what I'm doing right now, I'm alchemizing a story. I'm alchemizing the dream state. I was walking lucidly, but in the physical real world, that clairsentience ability of all these spirits that was just all around me in my dreams, in my waking. I woke up maybe 3 times, but still so light, and I stayed in the dream state that I was basically I was mining abilities, mining gifts from 12th house energy, from Piscean energy, Saturn in Pisces, North Node in Pisces, from these alternate realms. I was mining the gifts, the attributes, the skills, the assets, psychically speaking, and bringing them into the physical. Okay, bringing them, going back into the dream, bringing them to the physical. So we're gonna learn how to do the dreaming and the lucid walking in the 3-day Shamanic Alchemy. I subscribe to your channel on Instagram and Facebook. Have you mowed since then? I don't know what mode is. Hello. Hey, what's up, Coop? So let's go to the Alchemist tongue. Now, we're talking about the Mars and Leo. Okay, Mars is ruling this moon. Now, it's the lower octave. And so what's happening at this is inviting us to actually go through something called ego purification. Okay, so it's like what part of our pride reacting to the chaos in a way that makes us believe that we don't have the power in the moment, in the present, that makes us believe that we need to respond to a low frequency of aggression, of anger, of rage, in a way to somebody else where, and I've seen this for myself, right? So full moon in Scorpio, I've seen this for myself. I was playing basketball a lot and I realized, man, my energy is so sensitive that each moment that I'm touching another person who has unresolved anger, aggression, rage, I am absorbing that. And if I'm not careful, I'm then pushing it back out as if it's my own, right? And being completely disconnected to the understanding of, you know what? There's a time to understand when you must let go. When do I need to leave this energetic environment because I've done everything I can to help the people in that environment, right? When Scorpio a lot of times will stick around in environments that are small. It'll stick around with energies that are small because as long as it can be stronger or feel more powerful than everyone there, it doesn't have to grow beyond its current shell, which allows it a certain sense of Taurus like stillness, right? And so this is a very unconscious process for Scorpio, but it's the lower octave of Mars and Leo trying to purify our ego. Now, what's happening with this is understand that Pluto is the divine ruler, and we talked about that with Pluto and Aquarius. So this alchemist tongue, it's about understanding, have you done your shadow work? Because if you have, now your voice is holding those codes. Now your voice is holding the spell casting precision. Hit the thumbs up and the likes button. The spell casting precision. Scorpio is the sorcerer. It's the witch. It's the bruja. It's the shaman. It's the oracle. It's the seer. And it has the ability to cast spells, but with precise focus, right? This is what it does. And so now every word you speak becomes an invocation. So understand that. And if you want 30 different spells and invocations, I have that. It is on my website. I think it's $19. I don't believe I'll change the price. It's on my website and I have 30 different invocations, spells, meditations, and breath works for every single degree. So even though there's 30 for all 30 degrees, guess what? You and your sun sign, that's 1 degree. Your moon sign, that's a different degree. Your Mercury, that's a different degree in your chart. Your Venus is a different degree. So you'll have a spell for your entire chart based off of where it is. No matter what degree you have, I have written them all. And I spent a lot of time on that. So spell casting, invocations, and work, this is the alchemist tongue. Okay, this is the shadow work and what it is providing us. If you dig deep into how can you purify your ego with that Mars and Leo, who's ruling at the lower octave, and walk into the Pluto, the higher octave in Aquarius, which is about, again, taking these light codes, language, and frequencies. And that, for whatever reason, that was the moment, that was what decided to come out in that moment. Yeah, it's there. Okay, so again, the alchemist tongue is something that we're going to go deeper in when we talk about light language, when we teach light language. And I realize that this is a place, this is an area of the spiritual realm right now, which needs, in my personal opinion, purification. It needs to be met without the ego, because in order to speak light language, I can't be Pernell Body speaking light language to you. It's going to automatically disrupt the frequency. And I'm going to disrupt your frequency, even if I'm teaching it or speaking it out of alignment. I need to step out of my body, which is what Aquarius has the ability to do with Pluto and Aquarius. And this is the transformation that's happening. So I could tell you from a personal level, for example, my Saturn is in Aquarius and it is directly right on top of the degrees of Pluto and Aquarius. So my Saturn and Pluto, this is that lineage of light speakers in my lineage at this stage of my life that is going through transformation. I've been doing this for myself for so long, but I have not spoke it to many people. I have not taught it. And I'm looking at it and I had to realize, as an Aquarius, how am I judging other people when I'm seeing and understanding, like, people are speaking light language and frequencies, and I'm like, yo, this is so disruptive to my own frequency. Hit the thumbs up button. You got 7 people watching? Give me 7 thumbs up. Help your boy out. And so I started realizing, okay, my judgments, my criticisms about people, I need to not criticize them, because you know what? They're doing it. They're making groups and communities where they're doing it, they're teaching it. It doesn't matter if it's out of alignment. What matters is that I'm judging and criticizing it because I feel like it's not happening with integrity. And the thing is, what I'm really saying, okay, in projection is, I need to be the one to bring the integrity into the realms of spirituality. So this is what the Scorpio Full Moon is also awakening for us right now. And that's freaking phenomenal. It's ridiculously powerful. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I hope you feel it. And so again, if you want to learn about light language and frequencies, come join my 3-day Shamanic Alchemy webinar, because I'm going to be teaching this and how you can unlock and rewire your own electrical neurons and codes within your physical body so that you can receive the lightning Yeah, and I want to actually take a moment to shout out Joanna, okay, because she's one of the people who actually really helped me with this. And so she might not be watching this, but if you are, I want you to realize that you really helped me unlock this, you know, a year and a half ago, and it took time. So thank you. Okay, because like I said, soul contracts are being and karmic contracts are actually being activated right now. And understand that it may be somebody who's not even currently in your life. I'm looking at this person's not currently in my life, they're not currently in my existence, but the gift is still coming through. So give the gratitude to them. No matter how the endings of it all was, Scorpio endings, full moon and Scorpio endings, they came into your life to remind you of a gift, an ability, an asset, psychically speaking or otherwise. So let's get to the fourth one. All right, remember, we do got that free 3-day Shamanic webinar. The fourth one is where this video is actually titled right now. Okay, thumbs up, help your boy out. Quantum touch and soul surgery. So soul surgery is one of my favorite things. And like I said, I've been activating the Akashic records again myself and actually starting to deliver it, right? So like I felt like I needed a certain amount of practice for myself, and I started doing more and more and more, and I'm like, okay, boom, now I feel like I have a grip on it where I can now deliver it. But I've come across this, again, most of us, Scorpio Full Moon, you've had these abilities, you have these assets, but the codes, the sacred DNA within you, it's activating. You're starting to magically have the courage to dive into something deeper where you don't fully have the answer, but your spellcasting abilities right now is so precise. What you say from that shamanic tongue, your third gift out of the Scorpio Full Moon video, it is so in tune right now that you can truly trust what is coming through for you as a new gift, and understand that you might not need to do this amount of research for years and years and years, because you've already been doing it. You've already been a part of it. You've already been participating, whether you consciously know it or not. And that's Scorpio's thing. It's about coming conscious about, once I go behind Mars and Leo, and purify the ego, I understand I have become myself the light. That's Leo. I have myself become the light. You've always been the light, but Mars leaves us unconscious. It doesn't allow us to focus. Okay, so quantum touch and soul surgery. Soul surgery is one of my favorite things, right? So Uranus and Taurus opposite the moon says your body is officially the instrument. Your physical body is officially the instrument, and that's super powerful. So you're going to be focused on a lot of hands-on healing, and this is one of the reasons why I feel like I've created the one-on-one shamanic retreat, because I can't really put my hands on you from here, right? I'm talking hands-on because of Taurus being a physical energy. Opposite the moon, it's about hands-on energetic and spiritual healing. This is the soul surgery, right? This is the quantum touch. So in one way, you can do this through Reiki, and I could do this via internet. In other ways, it's like, nope, I thought I saw a new comment. Okay. Any comments, any questions you have, ask them, because I'm here to answer them. And this is my last point, so I'm gonna answer them right after this. If you're watching, ask your question now, and I will answer them right after. So your hands-on healing, the nervous system, you're focusing on energy field mastery and rebalancing, okay? And you're gonna be doing this for people. Thumbs up. These abilities are becoming, and you're starting to remember that they have always been second nature. And this is ridiculously powerful, okay? Because the veil is thinner on this full moon in Scorpio, don't miss this. I swear, I didn't know I'm an Aquarius sun. What up, Darren? I love to see men on the channel, by the way. I want my men to start speaking up, because we need to stop thinking that this astrology, spirituality, metaphysical, that is only a feminine art. It's like, look, I am a man, and this when I took in my feminine abilities and all their power and start reactivating those Lemurian codes of the divine feminine of compassion and grace and taking naps, going to sleep. These gifts have been coming through in a way where I can't hold them anymore. I can't allow whatever fears to speak about the Akashic records or psychic realms or, you know, soul surgery and quantum touching. And I can't hold it anymore. So shout out to Darren. All right. I can't see if Coop is a man, quite frankly. I have no idea. And this ain't nothing against my women. I'm just speaking to the men right now. Like, step up. Okay. Speak out. Join the 3-day webinar with me in the Shamanic Alchemy and get in tune. So I don't know if what you're asking me by saying you're an Aquarius sun. If you have an actual question, ask me a question about any of these gifts, and I'll repeat the 1 through 4. ClairSentience and shadow tracking has been one thing coming through. Number 2, psychic ancestral vision from the future self to the now has been coming through. Number 3, the alchemist tongue, one of my favorites. Like I said, you have officially become and embodying the spell casting precision. That's the key with Scorpio on this full moon in Scorpio. So be precise with your words. And again, like I said, I have literal 30 plus spells and invocations and meditations and breath work on my website that you can get into for every degree, no matter what degree, your sun, moon, rising, your Mercury, Venus, every one of those planets with a degree will have a spell for each one. An invocation and a ritual, like legit, this junk is deep, bro. I spent my energy and my life on this. And so I actually took like 3 years to do this, by the way. And so I see more comments coming in. That's good. So what I want to see, I want to get more community driven. I'm coming out of my shell again. And then the last was quantum touch and soul surgery, right? So like I said, you have become the literal conduit, the frequency itself that is resetting the nervous systems and the spiritual imbalances of other people. When you help them, you help yourself, okay? And so right now, like I said, because the veil is thinner, it's because the moon is in Scorpio and it is ruled by the 9th house. The moon, everybody, no matter where you're at, the moon is ruled by the 9th house, which allows us that higher vision to see what is in the future as we take risk and journey alone into our spirit through things like shadow tracking, ClairSentience, quantum touch. Okay, if these words interest you, join a 3-day webinar because it's going to be magical. And it's revealing what is truly yours to rebuild. And this is what's magical, right? Like Aquarius, Pluto and Aquarius, the higher octave of Scorpio, does what? It breaks things down that is untrue, that is not intimate to your spirit or your soul. It literally dismantles, disfigures, and dismembers the parts of your nervous system that says, I am too afraid to embrace. I am a freaking mystical, magical, otherworldly, spell casting witch, bruja, shaman, oracle, call it what you want. Okay? And this is the reminder that you are the phoenix. That your power, not only has it returned, but it is begging you to reclaim it. And this is what Scorpio is doing, because Scorpio hates to be powerless. If you've ever seen a powerless Scorpio, they are the most miserable people. I'm telling you this as a Scorpio rising. I'm telling you this with my rising sign conjunct my Pluto. I have been a miserable person in my life. I have despised certain phases of my life, and I learned to love them and treat them with kindness and realize, these moments of despicable expressions of misery have been the key elements and pain that I needed to transform. Hit that thumbs up and a like button and help your boy out, okay? So your power has returned. Now, I want you to comment below which gifts have been awakening within you. I just listed 4. I see some comments. I'm gonna answer whatever your questions are. So ask questions, because this is the point right now. And also I want you to comment below what gifts have you been feeling has awakened, okay? And I want you to drop a Scorpio emblem in the chat just to get this video out there. If you really rock with the message and what's happening, get it out there, okay? If you're ready to rebirth your magic, come join our 3-day webinar for Shamanic Alchemy. And we're going to be going through Dreamwalking, reminding you and showing you how you can look at your inherited shamanic gifts. And also talking to you about black and white magic mastery. What is white magic? What is black magic? How can you master it too? I can promise you, if you're afraid of any of them or you think it's blah, 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 I promise you, you're casting black and white magic spells every day. But if you're unaware of that, then guess what? It's going to happen with or without you. So other than that, this is what I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get into your comments now. And I think that's it. You know, what's unlocking for you in the Scorpio moon? Drop those in the comments and let me see what I have for questions. Virgo rising, Scorpio full, and my 3rd house. I have to communicate. Okay. 3rd house is not just about communication. Okay. It's deeper than that. 3rd house is about interacting with your environment. Okay. And then listening. What are you telling me? So right now my plant is telling me that it actually needs a little bit more water. And the symbolism of what it's saying by it needs a little more water is just talking to me as the owner, saying, hey, as I pour a little more water in, I will activate more of my psychic abilities and gifts on this Scorpio full moon. And so it's saying, look, on the top, on the surface, because I know it, it's telling me, yes, on the surface, it is feeling more hydrated. So the dehydration is coming from the bottom. This is everything 3rd house, by the way. Listen, check me out. Everything 3rd house. So it's interacting and saying, look, the bottom, because the bottom is a little drier, closer to the roots, which is down here, right? It's saying, I need to go deeper in my rejuvenation. I need to go deeper into my rest. I need to go deeper into my psychic abilities. I need to go deeper into, and I could tell you right now, for me, this is literally, one of them is about implementing the Akashic records on my website, okay? Right now, the service doesn't exist. I just know I'm offering it. It's getting there. It's about going deeper with community, 3rd house. It's about going deeper with speaking and creating smaller communities that everyone could join, right? Because like I have a membership, right? And that's great. But the membership is not going to be for everybody. Not everybody wants to get so dived in and dialed in on doing, you know, spiritual accountability techniques, breath work, and etc. all the time, right? Some people need a smaller step, and the smaller the step beneath the surface, instead of up here where everybody can see, but down here where everybody cannot see, it's the reminder. Third house is saying, look, can you engage with everybody and speak to them in a way that they can understand? Can you speak to them a way that Gemini, like energy, can get along with everybody and not exclude a single soul? So this is third house energy as well. And let me see, I got more comments coming in. Yeah, baby, I'm back. I'm here to serve the community. I'm sorry, I had to get things in order. I had to get my own life in order, but I'm back. Okay, Miranda. What's up, Miranda? Good to see you. My moon is in Scorpio. I've been powerless my whole life. Ooh. So, black magic right there. I have been powerless my whole life. The way you're saying it, black magic is saying, in the present, you are confirming with the universe that I am currently powerless now. Not even just the past, but in the past, which is reinforming my now. This is black magic. So, white magic in a simple reversal spell is, in the past, I have been powerless, but today, I am fruitful with vision, psychic prowess, and an indomitable spirit. Now, that would be the white magic reversal in this moment. And like I said, we're going to do this in our 3-day shamanic alchemy. However, let me finish your full sentence because I was just making a point. I don't know what your full sentence said. I didn't read it, but it made me stop right there to make hopefully an example. And I hope I didn't offend you in any way because it's not my mission. Okay. I have been powerless my whole life, but I'm gearing. Oh, see, you said the positive. You said the positive present, but I'm gearing, okay? But I'm gearing, right? So it's like a future, like I'm on my way to do, not yet, but I'm on my way to do. I'm gearing to speak out with this moon, and this energy is intense. Okay, so Miranda, here's what we got, right? So that's actually powerful because again, I just finished the full sentence. So again, I'm not trying to be super critical. I'm just seeing it. I want to help the best I can. So I'm gearing. Okay, so you know what your intention is. You have a will. A divine will that has been assigned to you. So this is that ability, like I said earlier above, which was about soul level DNA memory, being reminded, but it was that gift of, it was the second one, psychic ancestral vision. So I'm gearing, right? This is the psychic ancestral vision where it's like you're in the process of your guides, essentially, what they're saying is your guidance, whoever they are, whatever these ascended beings in your life, which are part of you in your own soul memory, okay, they have encoded this future seer energy within you to remind you where you want to go, where you need to go, where they're encouraging and urging you to go. Now, what they're telling me to reaffirm it and say right now is, I am already here. Because like I said, in the beginning of the Scorpio Full Moon video, when I had my dreams of walking lucidly back and forth between the real world and the mystical, metaphysical realms, it was this reminder and all the spirits that was in my room last night. It was freaking bananas. Like, I mean, windows, things dropping, magnets, scars flying. It was so crazy. I was like, how can so many things drop in my house? Like, and I knew, I was like, Scorpio moon veil is thin. So the psychic vision of your future seer version, seers with third eye energy, is saying, you're no longer gearing up, okay? You're speaking now. And not only is that proof in the pudding, because you're literally on the live with me and you claimed it, right? So the way magic works, it's like you have to claim it with literal conviction, which is what you did, whether you realize it or not. Now it's about being fully conscious about it, right? Placing I was powerless in the past. There's nothing wrong with saying that because it's true and it was in the past. And that truth will empower you. Now, as long as it's in the past, you did the reversal. Step one. That's the white magic reversal. Step one. You put it in the past. Step two, to enhance the spell, which again, like I said, this is the alchemist tongue. That was the third gift. To enhance the spell, I am already geared up. And I have proven this today by speaking out on a live transmission in the comment section of a shamanic channel. That is the present. I have used this intense energy today, in the moment, on a live. There's nothing more live and more present than in a moment commentation on a live video. You have claimed it. So, wow, that's deeper than I thought. Yeah, Darren, third house energy, bro. Third house. Yeah, I'm telling you, come join this 3-day Shamanic Alchemy. It's going to be May 23rd, May 24th, May 25th. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, 10 a.m. My time in Mexico, I think Central Standard Time. You'll see that stuff in the document. I got you. All good. I appreciate you, Miranda, for not taking it personal because honestly, a lot of people take things way too personal with me sometimes. Like, I'd be like, yo, you asked me for something, I'm trying to give it. So if you have any other questions, I'm going to give you the next 10 seconds before I get off this live. If I get a question, I'm going to answer it. I see something. I got goosebumps. Thank you. I am here now. Absolutely. I am here and the time is now. Absolutely. And that second gift resonated me when you first spoke it. Absolutely. The psychic ancestral vision. You're being encoded with the future. See yourself. Yes. And I don't want to skip on that first one because the first one is really, really magical, right? It was the shadow tracking, right? The ability of ClairSentience. And this, I didn't used to know what this was growing up, but I realized this is actually one of my best gifts and best abilities. For those of you who know Ayurveda, this is a gift. ClairSentience is really linked well to Vata dosha. So I am Vata Pitta dosha, for example. And it has that ability to sense energy unseen through the ether, through the Akasha, in the now. So I don't want to forget that because again, with the North Node in Pisces, with Saturn in Pisces, this is karmic memory, okay? Coming to a complete closure, meaning, like she said, for an example, I was powerless, was in the past. I was powerless as a Scorpio, wherever your Scorpio placement was, for so long. Okay, that's the karmic memory. That's the ending of Pisces, saying that's what was. It's not what is. What is the ability to precisely cast spells today. Be very conscious with your words. Say it and speak it with so much conviction and powerful truth. Truth meaning what is true in the moment. What are my future ancestors encoding into me in the now? And again, that ClairSentience is the ability to feel what other people are suppressing. Because remember, if you can feel what they're suppressing, you can understand as a reflection, what are you suppressing that you may not be fully willing to accept and look at. This is the shadow tracking. Thank you for hitting that thumbs up. Because you're becoming the guide for other people to see what cannot be seen. And that will ultimately give you your gift back in energetic exchange. I had a lot of fun on this live. I do have some work. Somebody booked a commission on a one-on-one, so I do got some work to go do for them. Anybody that wants a one-on-one reading, you can do that, and I'll put you in priority just like I'm about to do for this person now. AstroCartography has been one of the main things people have been coming to me for. A lot of people traveling, and I take a lot of pride in this because I've traveled the world. I've learned a lot of languages. I've dived into a lot of cultures, and I think this is one of the things that makes AstroCartography so powerful as an ability of mine to share, because I think the key is you have to understand that just because you have a Jupiter line or a Venus line doesn't mean that the conditions in that place are really fit for you, right? Like being a woman going to the Middle East just because you have a sun line doesn't necessarily mean you might not want the sun to shine on you as a woman in the Middle East. Because if you're not coming through with their customs as well, and covering your face, your body, your titties, your ass, your boobs, your tummy, you're going to have that sun line be a punishment for you. So just keep that stuff in mind. Like you got to really understand where you're going in the world. Like the political and social environment matters a lot. Other than that, really do check in with the 3-day Shamanic Alchemy. It's free to sign up. It's in the link down below. I think I put it as the first one. I'll try to pin it in the comments as well. This is the Scorpio Full Moon message that I have for you. Like I said, the veil is tremendously thin. Many of you have more than these 4 gifts coming through. All right. Okay. Darren, I see you. I see you trying to take advantage. I live where my sun line and Pluto cross one another. See what I'm saying? A sun Pluto is not simple. A sun line is great. In theory, a Pluto line could be powerful. In theory. But some Pluto don't sound like where I want to live, yo. I ain't gonna lie to you, some Pluto line don't sound like I want to live there. It don't even seem like it matters because the sun loses a lot of power on Pluto. Once sun line crosses Pluto, it loses a tremendous amount of power. So we have to understand as well, like I said, the moon is very different, right? The full moon in Scorpio right now does not lose power when it is being ruled by Pluto. Okay, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. It doesn't lose power with Pluto in Aquarius. And in fact, it gains strength with its other ruler, Mars, which is in Leo. It gains strength, it gains consciousness, it gains light. When we do that shadow tracking, because Leo is the sun who could bring light onto these gifts through the veil. See, that's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. I'm not trying to be on a Pluto sunline, bro. I'm not trying. I don't even care what it says. I don't care how awesome somebody tries to promote this. Like, at the end of the day, like, I can see you becoming a tremendously powerful person. Like, you can transmit that energy, like, no doubt, without my mind. Absolutely. I also can imagine it's not simple. Not even in the slightest bit. Let me see what Darren said. My North Node is in Leo. I have a North Node and video out there for Leo. It's called Rahu in Leo, or Rahu in the 5th house. So type Rahu in Leo with Pernell Bobby, and you will get a video specifically for your North Node. For 22 degrees, like I said, I have a resource document on my website for every one of the degrees. And you can get that. I think it's $19. And you'll get 30 plus invocation spells, meditations, breath work exercises. This junk is deep. One of mine for Leo is actually one of my favorite. It's like it's like a solar radiance invocation of lions. It is mad dope. It's one of my favorite spells. I did it for my Jupiter in Leo. Okay, let me see what you're saying. It's going to square Scorpio Full Moon at 22 degrees. Woo! How can I deal with the square energy for myself? Great question. Great question, Darren. I'm going to try to give you what first comes to my mind. North Node in Leo, okay. Squaring the full moon in Scorpio. How can I deal with the squaring energy? So, North Node and lunar moon. So, North Node in Leo wants you to stop observing. It don't want you to just be in the chat. I'm going to self-promote myself right now, but whatever, it's my channel. It doesn't want you to just be in the chat, observing. It wants you to interact in the chat and share your true feelings. So you're doing that right now, right? Like, you're literally sharing what you really feel. You feel like the squaring energy is tense. So that's what North Node and Leo wants alone, and it wants you to stop being an experimentating scientist who observes only from far, far away, which is Aquarius, your South Node, your past life. Your past life, you were the best scientist on the planet Earth. You were the best. But you never got credit. No one knows if your projects actually work or not. Leo is taking the risk on those observations and scientific experimentations from your past life, especially squaring the moon, because the moon can connect us to our past lives. So the moon in Scorpio says, use this scorpionic precision to start casting energetic emotional spells by speaking. Leo represents a lot of the throat chakra as well as the crown. Okay, so the crown chakra is saying speak without pride and speak with self-love. Okay, when we're being overly prideful, nothing wrong with having good pride. Pride can be a very powerful tool. Nothing wrong with being prideful, but it's saying you got to know when you're being overly prideful, and realize that if you're reacting from pride in any situation, which the North Node will easily do, the 22nd degree is the degree of homicidal energy. So homicidal energy is not always going to mean you need to kill somebody, but it means that you have that level of caveman type fight or flight protection DNA within you that feels like, if you disrupt my property, if you violate my family, if you take my food, I have this homicidal type of energy that I need to put somewhere. But I'm in the modern day, it's 2025, where I can't go and just, go eye for eye in this world and day and age right now. What I need to do is transmute this emotion, especially because it's squaring Scorpio. So Scorpio is about learning how to withhold the intensity that you may experience when it comes to rage, anger, frustration. I think frustration is the real key for what I'm hearing right now. Hearing third house, your third house, whatever you say your third house was earlier. And Scorpio says it's time to find your way out with a higher vision and focus and hone that energy towards one specific point. Meaning, from your past life of South Node in Aquarius, which Pluto is nowhere near close to yet. However, one day it will be in, 6 months, closer to 22. It's saying before you get to that point, oh yeah, the lights are going out. Before you get to that point, the lights are going out. Okay, what are you telling me? It's telling me your right thigh, your masculine Sagittarius energy. So go to your Sagittarius energy. What's up? I don't know. They're getting nervous. They just got mad nervous. Like, I don't know. That's not me. That's me not supposed to tell you. But I know that in my gut, the clairsentient feeling. Oh, damn, not my throat chakra. Okay, okay, so what it's telling me is you know exactly what you need to do, but you're afraid to do it. Which ain't nothing wrong, Darren. Like, Darren, there's nothing wrong with that. This is Scorpio. It's about understanding our fears. This is Mars and Leo. It's about pursuing the fear. Okay? Moving, because the Mars and Leo is getting closer to 22 degrees, meaning, ooh, you better get activated, bro. So what this energy is doing for you is telling me, like, Leo is entrepreneurial. Leo is about learning specialized information, like coming to our 3-day Shamanic Alchemy course. The link is down below in the chat. Leo is consciousness. Leo is having your needs be met by your own efforts, by your own hands. Scorpio in the square saying somebody else still needs to help you get through what you're either unwilling to see, unwilling to feel, unwilling to experience, and you're keeping it hidden from yourself. But the light and the squaring energy of the light of the sun will shine. But somebody is here as a karmic contract. That might be you just coming to our 3-day Shamanic Alchemy course for free. That might be you doing something in your real life where I won't see it. I don't know. Thank you for hitting that thumbs up. I see you. So that's what I got for you, homie. Okay, Miranda. I see y'all. Bruh, I see y'all. Y'all better take advantage. I'm on this live. I got it. I'm giving it out, baby. I'm giving it out. I feel like I'm in a place so I can pour from a flowing cup. So, y'all smart. Okay, hit the thumbs up. Scorpio Full Moon. Okay, last thing. I had a dream last night. I think we all have. Whether you remember it or not, thank you for those hearts on that message. I see y'all. And I had a dream, and the Magician Tarot cards were everywhere. Ooh, like a movie, like movie posters. Ooh, movie. Okay, I'm getting into my gut. Okay, I'm feeling the energy. I'm seeing the dream. Okay. And I was easily fighting a bunch of enemies off. You damn right, Scorpio Full Moon. So I got an honor of fear in my meat suit and keep it moving. Okay, so I read the dream. If you have a question, type the question, Miranda. I don't know what the question is. I felt the dream. I was able to come there. Like, I felt like you invited me there. I was able to sense it. I could say a crap ton of stuff, but I feel like I'm not going to unless you just ask me a question. And everybody watching, hit the thumbs up and likes button. I'll try to wait around. Miranda asked that question. Because like I said, I got some work to do. I got some stuff to do today for my AstroCartography. So, and shout out to you that booked your AstroCartography reading. I appreciate you. I'll leave your name, keep you private, but I do appreciate you. Brings me a lot of joy to do these things. I love to travel. Okay, question. More or less, I want to know if we're going to make the positive impact I feel called to make. So one, if you could shoot, what is the impact you feel called to make? Shout it out, baby girl. Say it out loud. Say it right here. What's the impact on the positive end that you feel called to make? What is that? And then, see, we see how Scorpio works? So that's how Scorpio is, right? Like, Scorpio needs precision. Scorpio works via precision. So it's like, the more honest and real we get with Scorpio, the more pure the gift will be on this full moon. Remember, full moon brings revelations. That's a gift. Full moon activates karmic gifts. That's a gift. Through your lineage of healers, through your lineage of shamans, through your lineage of witches, through your lineage of cuanderos, through your lineage of taínos, through your lineage, okay, of the Shapido people. Uncovering a bunch of illusions, criminal in nature, and cut off my lineage at his knees. Okay, so this is that's what they're being called to make. Uncovering a bunch of illusions that are criminal in nature, Scorpio, and cut off in my lineage at his knees. Ooh, Capricorn. Now let me go back to your question. More or less, I want to know if I'm going to make the positive impact that I feel called to make. I'm not involved in the past and have been isolated as a result. I want to free myself from others and that. Okay, so I'm feeling it. Miranda, there's one or two things that you can do with me on a personal level, one, you can book an angelic Reiki reading with me. And that's one way through angelic Reiki that could just help you cut off that criminal lineage of Scorpio. That's one thing I'm feeling. Second, you can get an Akashic record reading. So if that's something you're interested in as well, shoot me an email and share more about what your questions might be, what you think you might want to heal, what future. When I do Akashic record readings, I don't just do past life healing. I focus on, okay, let's heal the past life lineage, yes, but I'm more focused on bringing the future gifts into the present. That's just me. That's how I do the Akashic records. Like I work with the past, but I bring the future to the now. That's my main thing. So that's a possibility. I'm not involved in the past. Okay, I read that already, but I've been isolated. Okay, and I think all Scorpios have. So let me go back to your question. My last thing, and dream and the magicians, the tarot cards, everywhere was like a movie poster. I love the movie poster part. That's super powerful. And I was easily fighting a bunch of enemies off. Okay, so I gotta honor the fear in Namitsu and keep it moving. And the question was, will you make a positive impact? So I feel like, as for the question, the answer is automatically, if you choose to make the positive impact, then the answer is yes. I do feel like it needs to be a conscious choice. Because again, remember, the full moon in Scorpio is about spell casting, but with precision. Okay? So that alchemist tongue, what you say, what you want to bring in, what you want to heal, it's about precision. So the universe says you can't ask the question. I know I asked you to ask me a question. This universe says you can't ask a question. You have to say, I'm ready and presently purposeful with the dissolution of my criminal lineage repressing me and my power. We don't cut cords in my world. In my world, we don't cut cords. Hit the thumbs up and the likes button. Thank you. In my world, we don't cut cords. We allow them to dissolve like the umbilical cord of a mother and her baby. That's what we do in my world. Because that way, the connection is sacred, it's safe, and there's no trauma. When we cut cords, there's trauma involved, and you repeat that trauma in a different incarnation, even if it's this reincarnation. So I just want to let you know that as well, just so you understand me. I'll definitely follow up. Yeah, follow up with an email. And that way, like, you know, let me know, like, I feel like especially once I see your chart, like, I can even probably point out some things that may not be as obvious. Okay, what's up, Just Jim? All right, so we getting into it today. I'm here for it, y'all. I'm here for it. I didn't know I was doing a live today, but man, I tell you, my dreams was like, oh man, okay, I learned a lot from my man. Any tips on live for an aspiring shamanic healer? Yes, 1000% Just Jim. I'm gonna tell you what it is. I have a 3-day free shamanic alchemy. Okay, and we're gonna teach you the alchemy. Like, you know, any tip that I have is to practice. You can't just learn. I could speak to you all day, right? Right now, this is a one-way transmission. In my opinion, shamanism is about real-world experience and transforming and re-engineering those stories, narratives, to empower another through how you transform that story, that narrative. This is shamanism at its finest. You know, a lot of people are like, when I tell them, oh yeah, I work in the space of shamanism, they're like, okay, what plant do you use? I'm like, I don't use plants, bro. Like, I've never done ayahuasca. The best I can say out of this, I smoked weed. It is a gateway drug, but I don't smoke weed chronically every day. So my point of saying is, like, when I'm really telling them, it's like, shamanism is really, at its essence, it's storytelling. And it's reminding other shamans that you do not want to wake up. What you want to do is remember that you are dreaming. Because when you remember you are constantly dreaming and that you have no desire to awaken, the moment you wake up is the moment you stop dreaming. The moment you stop dreaming is the moment you become enslaved to the matrix. So this is one live thing I can say. But again, right now I'm just saying, when I think about what can one do when it comes to shamanism, is to practice the alchemizing techniques, practice the spell casting, practice the meditation, practice the breath work. And I can promise that each of the things I just said, rituals and all, will be activated and practiced for 3 days straight in the free webinar May 23rd, May 24th, and May 25th. I will do it for 3 days. You're going to get hella free game. You're going to get hella practice. And understand that you want to catch this live, in my opinion, rather than catching it on replay. So definitely got to check out your webinar. Yeah, it's down below in the chat. You're helping more than you know. I appreciate that. Okay, I have any other questions? Miranda, Just Jim, Darren, anybody else walking in this message? Ask your question. I'm going to take a sip of water. If I have a question before I get back on the Scorpio Full Moon, on your psychic abilities and your gifts, whether that was the Alchemist tongue, whether that was quantum touch, it's my favorite. Quantum touch is my favorite. Whether that was shadow tracking and ClairSentience, whether that was psychic and prophetic visions being encoded into your DNA now. That's just the 4 I listed. As you hit the thumbs up and the likes button, getting this video out there, share with somebody who is in the realms of learning magic, spirituality, shamanism, and etc. I appreciate you. I'm gonna get a drink of water. If I have another question, I'll take it. If I don't, I'm gonna end this transmission. So let me go get my water. All right. What's up, Aisha? I love that you got my sister's name. Appreciate you being here. I appreciate everybody hitting the thumbs up. Remember, we got the 3-day Shamanic Alchemy webinar. I will be teaching you live. It's going to be about an hour each day. We're going to be walking through your shamanic inheritance. Okay, let me check my thing so I can see what we're doing in those 3 days. I know we're going to be working through your 8th house. I got a video coming out for all signs, all 8th house signs very soon. It's one of the things I need to do. Hopefully today I'll have extra time, but we'll see what happens. Okay, what are we doing in this shamanic alchemy? We are, remember, you can still ask your question. I'm just wasting time. So you're reclaiming your shamanic inheritance, activating the soul memory in the bones. We're working through a lot of Scorpio energy in the underworld gates. And for me, it's time to own your lineage, especially if you feel called to shamanism and etc. Okay. Any questions? Ask those questions. Okay. I think I see a question. I see you, Aisha. Day 2 of the shamanic 3-day alchemy. We're going to be doing Dreamwalking and energetic alteration. So with the whole Scorpio moon, for example, right now, which is trining Saturn and Pisces North Node, this is about as mystical as it gets. Only person we missing is Cancer. And so with this, I'm gonna show you how to enter the lucid dream field. Okay. And from there, you'll learn how to shift timelines, traveling between the realms and rewiring your story. As you rewrite your story, your energy will tell the world what's next. Because the shamans are the reality shapers. We shape reality. Thank you for hitting that thumbs up. I appreciate you. We shape reality as we see fit, which takes responsibility. I say as we see fit, but it takes a tremendous amount of integrity. Don't get it twisted. Like a tremendous amount of integrity. And I can tell you right now, like that is the highest code and principle for me. Anybody learning any forms of shamanism from me, like do know up front, like it comes with 1,000% integrity. Don't get it twisted on that because I'm not here for it. Like I'm not here for it. Anything less than integrity. Okay, so in day 3, we're doing black and white magic mastery. So I look at this, at least for today's video, Mars and Leo, the lower octave, and Pluto and Aquarius, the higher octave of Scorpio energy. You'll learn how to wield the power without domination. And this is the key, right? Like I just said, it takes integrity. So you don't want to become a dominatrix with this level of power. It's very, very important in shamanism because one of the major parts of shamanism is it requires not just an egoic death, but a shamanic death. And shamanic deaths are, quite frankly, in my opinion, the most terrifying. I go through them more than I want sometimes, but I'm getting more and more accustomed to that level of transformation. I think I see somebody just booked the 3-day shamanic webinar on the chat. I just seen it come up on my phone. So shout out to you. Thank you for hitting that thumbs up. And for day 3, we're going to train in the light and the shadow arts. Okay, I love the light and the shadow arts. I love dark art magic, quite frankly. I love it. I'm a Harry Potter fanatic. You know, Harry Potter was like the link. It was unlocking me because I had it before Harry Potter existed. And when Harry Potter came out, I was like, Expelliarmus. I don't have the right, I didn't say it right, but my Harry Potter lovers out there, y'all know. So the thing with this, with the day 3, is about learning how to cast spells, but also to hold boundaries. Okay, and to lead as a healer. So these are the 3 things that we're going to be focused on day 1, 2, and 3. And From there, anybody that wants to go further, I'm going to be teaching Akashic records, how to walk through them and heal them, and so much more. But that's the 3 days so far. But let me check with I had a question, I think. I don't have any questions. What I do got to do there is the parts that I don't want to do. I'm going to do it though. Okay, Miranda, do it. And again, Miranda, even if you don't do anything further, I want you to literally send me that email, pernellbobby.zodiac@gmail.com. I want you to send that email, and I want you to confirm in private, all right, what are you going to do? Confirm in private with me, what are you going to do? And then I will do my best, as long as I'm not as long as I'm not pouring from an empty cup, to keep you accountable on this thing that you're trying to transform. Okay. Shantae, what's up? What's up? What effect does this have on Scorpio rising? Well, I could tell you from a personal level, because I'm a Scorpio rising. And so this full moon, from a personal level, last night, one, it can make your body very light. And so, yesterday I ate super heavy. And I didn't really know why. And I didn't care. I just let it happen because I just fed the desire. And that's, let's say, Taurus. So the effect that it has, it will make your body very, very light. And the lighter you become, the easier it is to connect to the Akashics. Or let's just say to alternate realms. Now, however, this is the key for Scorpio rising. If your body becomes too light, you will not be able to come back with your dreams. You won't fully understand what happened. So yesterday, like I had a baked potato, and I don't really do this much. Baked potatoes are very heavy, especially the skin. It's very grounding. But I had like sour cream in there. I had like more mozzarella cheese. I had bacon in there. And I don't even really eat bacon like that. I had meat 3 times yesterday, and I only eat meat like once a day, for example. So my body was preparing all day for this dream, whether I consciously knew it or not. I was just feeding it what it wanted. I had chicken in the morning, chicken for lunch, and then bacon, potato for dinner. And literally 10 minutes before that, I had a freaking a banana and blueberry crumble pie. So the wheat is very grounding, it's very gooey. So again, my body was preparing to ground. Now, even one step further, I don't drink alcohol. But I drank beer yesterday. Out of all alcohols, if I was going to drink one, I would drink tequila. But I drank beer, another thing that dulls the mind. It dulls the mind. So, my body was preparing a whole bunch for yesterday. And I am a Scorpio rising. So the key with this Scorpio rising, it goes to my second one, I believe, or my first one. Let me see. I think it's my first one. What was my first skill? I got it. Come on, open up. My... Where is it? Hit the thumbs up and likes button. All right, I'm looking for mine. Okay, boom. It was the second one. Psychic ancestral vision. You are now being encoded with the future seer energy. Okay, so this might be dreams of past lives or us inventing future ones. So my point of saying everything that I said, that ground and that heaviness, was so that when all these spirits, like I said, my whole room, I had magnets falling, photos from Thailand that I've taken, postcards, magnets from Bali. And I think it was really important because it was from all these different countries that I've been in. And I had my dragon, I had paintings all over. I don't know, this is a painting, but I had a painting of a dragon and it fell last night in the middle of the night. I have a painting that's up there and it's of my cat and it fell in the middle of the night, and again in the morning, everything just kept falling. So things were falling away. But my physical body, I woke a little bit and I'm back in the dream state. And so again, my Pluto is conjunct my rising and it's in the 12th house. My Pluto's 12th house. So I was carrying these codes from the mystic realms into the physical world, and I went back and carried them here and back. And other than that, in my dreams, a lot of purification happened, because I think I peed in my dream like 3 to 4 times. And peeing in your dreams, out of my physical body, urine came out, toxins, poisons, sabotage, right? Things I don't want. So that was a lot happening for as Scorpio rising energy. And again, like I just sent so many spirits last night. So it is conjunct my Pluto in the 12th house. A lot of that 12th house could be a part of this, but hopefully that explains something about Scorpio rising, what's happening. It was just recoding my nervous system to realize that I'm in the process of doing energy healing on a different, more accepting group of people when it comes to esoteric magics. Because prior, I was doing it in the spaces of like playing basketball with locals here in Mexico, and my energy just completely got outdated. And I don't want to say better than, no, I don't believe any of that, but it no longer matched their signature, where all the touching and aggression you do in basketball, for example, I'm no longer touching them. I'm no longer playing basketball with them, right? And so now it's happening more energetically speaking. So this is me, my physical body. I'm no longer taking the poison of people who just don't want good for me, period. They literally do not want well for me. And I'm saying that I am worth doing it with people who are good for me, who are aligned energetically. That is not happening anymore. So, Shante, I hope that answered the question. Can't wait to rewatch this. Hope you've been well. Absolutely. Miranda, I see your email just came through. What's up? I appreciate you. Jim, no, okay, Jim, what is your interpretation of dreaming about past romantic relationships? Scorpio Full Moon, dreaming about past romantic relationships. I mean, the one I'm getting for you right now, and this feels more channeled, I'm not going to say this is across the board, that, there's some potential unresolved emotions within those relationships. That's not going to always be true. I just feel like it's me just having a moment when I'm channeling specifically what's coming through for you. Where there may be something potentially that has been unresolved in your life with those romantic partners. And the key thing is, if it is like that, you'll know because they'll keep repeating. You'll keep finding the same patterns in a different romantic partner. So the question I have for you, how you know this is already done, is the people you're attracted to in dating, do they have a different behavioral outlet? Have you integrated that shadow tracking, aka look at your 7th house, and respected, like if I give an example, I'm a Scorpio rising, and I had a lot of chaotic ass relationships where it was almost like the crazier the bump, the more addicted, which is another negative keyword in any relationship dynamic, I was to the connection. Versus my 7th house where, for the last 3 years, my partner is like, my nervous system is completely calm and safe and settled. And that's what 7th house Taurus really wants. Not what my Scorpio rising. So it's like me as a Scorpio rising, I'm going to go through these chaotic shifts and transformations no matter what. But it's my 7th house Taurus partnership of stability and just baseline, non-nerve-wracking energy that allows me to feel safe enough to go through that as a shaman consistently in the transformations that I undergo. So that's what I'm getting right now for past romantic relationships. As for whether you're dreaming about them or not, it may be some unresolved emotional turmoil that when you do resolve it, when you write a letter to yourself or forgive yourself, write a letter of forgiveness, use that second gift of the psychic seers, recoding your DNA to say it's okay to move on and embrace the truth of what intimacy and relationship means for you today, not what it was. I'm a Scorpio rising as well. That's a good one. Okay, dope. What up? Same love Harry Potter. Hell yeah. Signing up right now. I see you, Raquel. 3-day shamanic webinar. It's free to join. I need more water. Okay, what we got? Gem. Yo, I had like ooh. I ain't even get into your comment yet, and I just felt energy come out of here. Hold up. Okay. I had a locust swarm around me and my friend some years ago. Oh, so this is in real life. Woo! We're talking 7 deadly. We're talking the 4 headless horsemen of the apocalypse type energy. Okay, so hold on. I got chills off the rip. All right, there you go. As he was talking about his sleep paralysis. See, again, I knew it already. Anytime you get into sleep paralysis, I knew it. We're talking something very apocalyptic. Okay. It was one of the most paranormal experiences I ever felt. Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. I'm not trying to have no locusts form around me in real life. That is, in my personal opinion, that is not a good sign. I can't say it's bad. I don't know what it was for you, but I think in general, that's not what somebody wants to happen. But it may have been what needed to happen to activate you somehow. Okay, swarm, as we were discussing it. The weirdest part is it felt like a couple of seconds. I felt it a couple of seconds before they appear. I bet you did. Yeah. Wow, I resonate heavily. Scorpio rising. Okay, cool. Yeah. I appreciate you. That's what shamanism is. Like I said, it's storytelling. Didn't even try to rhyme. The Locust story is wild as hell. Yeah, I know. I'm like, yee. I'm like, hee. I don't know how long ago that was, but I hope you cleanse your chakras since then. And if you did, cleanse your chakras. If you don't know how, message me. Okay. You dig, it spooked us. We left our phones, sandals, and even the bong to run inside. I bet you did. Good on you. Heck yeah, not trying to be around that. Facts, I need to rewatch this whole live. Bet. Okay, I got 3 p.m., so I got to get out of here. Okay. Dope, Miranda. She's probably already gone. Thank you for hitting those thumbs up for everybody watching on the Scorpio Full Moon. Okay, thank you so much. I look forward to talking soon. Okay, thank you for your interpretation. Scorpio really brings out extreme transformations, no doubt. The most extreme. I don't really drink either. And that glass of Henny. I get it. Sometimes it just be like that, yo. Like, sometimes it just be like that. So, all right, everybody. Like I said, I do got my one-on-one reading. I need to prepare their content. And also this 3-day shamanic webinar. Honestly, that's already prepared. You can book it. It's free to sign up. March 23rd, 24th, 25th. I'm going to be teaching you so much around alchemy, magic, white and black mastery, energetic alterations. We're going to do breath work, how to inherit your shamanic abilities. I have a video for all 12 signs for 8th houses and coming out for that. It's already done. I just need to edit it. That said, I appreciate y'all for being here. Thank you for hitting those thumbs up and likes button. I'm going to get up out of here. This was a pleasure. It was a joy. And share this with somebody that you feel really will resonate. You know, share this with somebody who is going through some sort of spiritual remembrance. Because again, remember, as shamans, we don't want to wake up. That's why you won't hear me say shamanic awakening, like, or spiritual awakening, because that ain't the mission. That's the trap. You wake up, you're done. You wake up, you step into the matrix. You step into the program. You don't want to wake. So somebody asked earlier about, you know, how can I focus on my shamanic training? Like I said, train with us live is to practice, to put the actual work in. You cannot theorize this stuff. You can't read it on Google. You can't learn it. You can't listen on YouTube. You have to practice it. And as you do, you will start to understand that your spells have power. You will understand that your shamanic tongue has power. Your alchemist tongue is transformative. It shapes reality. And when you understand that, you're winning. So I thank y'all for being here. It's a pleasure. Love.